Today I want to discuss the art of responding to disrespect in a way that aligns with Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed in cultivating inner strength and resilience, and in responding to challenging situations with reason, wisdom, and self-control. When someone treats us disrespectfully, it can be tempting to react impulsively or emotionally, but this often leads to further conflict and harm. Instead, by applying Stoic principles, we can learn to respond in a way that upholds our dignity and self-respect, while also promoting greater understanding and resolution. In this video, we'll explore some practical tips and strategies for responding to disrespect in a Stoic way. We'll look at the importance of self-reflection, setting boundaries, and accepting reality, as well as how to use humor and other techniques to de-escalate tense situations. By adopting these approaches, we can develop greater self-awareness, emotional regulation, and mental clarity, allowing us to navigate difficult interactions with greater ease and effectiveness. Remember that your emotional reactions are based on your interpretations, not the events themselves. Disrespect is a reflection of the other person's thoughts and judgments, not your worth. For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, you might feel a surge of anger. But take a moment to consider why you're feeling that way. Is it because you're truly hurt or threatened, or is it because you're interpreting the other driver's action as a personal affront? Try to separate your interpretation from the event itself and respond accordingly. Practice self-reflection. Reflect on the situation and your own actions. Ask yourself if there is any truth in what the person said or did, and how you can respond in alignment with your values. Take a step back and reflect on the situation objectively. Try to identify any patterns or triggers that may have contributed to the disrespectful behavior. Consider whether there is any truth in what the person said or did, and how you can learn from the situation. Use this information to respond in a way that aligns with your personal values and goals. Don't react impulsively. Avoid impulsive reactions driven by anger or frustration. Pause, collect your thoughts, and regain control over your emotions before responding. Let's say a coworker makes a snide comment about your work. Instead of immediately firing back a retort, take a deep breath and count to 10. Use the time to gather your thoughts and respond in a way that addresses the issue without escalating the conflict. Empathy. Seek to understand the other person's perspective, considering their background and emotions. Respond with patience and understanding rather than anger. Suppose a family member is going through a difficult time and lashes out at you. Try putting yourself in their shoes and imagining how they might be feeling. Respond with compassion and understanding rather than getting defensive or matching their level of anger. Focus on virtue. Concentrate on responding in a way that upholds your virtues such as wisdom, courage, and integrity. Strive to be the best version of yourself. If someone challenges your opinion in a public setting, focus on responding in a way that demonstrates wisdom and integrity. Avoid getting caught up in petty arguments or personal attacks, and instead emphasize the importance of respectful dialogue and open communication. Acceptance. Accept that disrespect is a part of life, and you cannot control the behavior of others. Focus on what you can control and accept the reality of disrespect. Consider the fact that disrespect is an unfortunate but natural part of human interaction. When faced with disrespect, remind yourself that you can't control how others behave, but you can control how you respond. Accept the situation and move forward with grace and poise. Humor. Use humor judiciously to manage difficult situations. It can help maintain emotional balance and diffuse tension. If someone makes a joke at your expense, consider using humor to turn the tables and diffuse the tension. For instance, you could reply with a witty remark that pokes fun at yourself in a light-hearted way, showing the other person that their jab didn't land. Set boundaries. Calmly and assertively communicate your boundaries to the person displaying disrespect. This protects your well-being and maintains your integrity. If a friend constantly makes jokes about your profession and it starts to wear thin, it may be time to set boundaries. Explain to them in a non-confrontational way that their jokes are hurting your feelings and ask them to stop. Setting boundaries like this helps preserve your relationships while also maintaining your self-respect. Forgiveness. Consider forgiving not for the other person's benefit, but for your own peace of mind. Holding on to negative emotions harms you more than the person who disrespected you. When someone has wronged you, it's easy to hold on to resentment and anger. However, practicing forgiveness can free you from the weight of those negative emotions. Forgive not to excuse the other person's behavior, but to release yourself from the burden of holding on to bitterness and resentment. Perspective. Consider the bigger picture. In the grand scheme of life, most instances of disrespect are minor. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, our life is what our thoughts make. Stoicism encourages individuals to cultivate a rational and balanced view of life's challenges. Disrespect is seen as one of these challenges, and adopting the right perspective can help maintain inner tranquility. Thank you for watching this video on handling disrespect with Stoic wisdom. We hope you found these principles valuable for navigating challenging situations in your life. If you enjoyed this content and want to explore more practical wisdom from ancient philosophy, please consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future uploads.